Admiral, hello, hello.
Здравствуйте.
Chat with us.
Yes.
We are from the Earth. Do you know who we are?
He guesses.
It's clear. We are not the first, and we are not the last. Tell me, do we communicate with the soul, or is it better to communicate with the higher self? Are you embodied now or not on Earth?
You are communicating with the soul.
With soul. So, you're not embodied, right? Yet. Answer us a bunch of questions. Do not mind. Yes, he will answer. Thank you. Was your expedition to Antarctica in February, March 1947?
Yes.
Okay. Was your departure according to the program, or were you removed?
By program.
I understand. What level are you at now?
9th.
9th? Incarnation by the Admiral. What kind of incarnation was this? 7th, who were you in a past life?
Researcher.
Researcher. How much negative energy was accumulated in this incarnation? In percentages? 40? Yes. Have you fully accomplished your mission as an admiral? Or did you not have time to do something? I cannot hear. Not all.
Not all.
What do you think is the most important thing we didn't have time to do?
Didn't finish the project.
Is the project related to Antarctica?
Well, he doesn't seem to want to spread the word.
Yeah, the information is closed, right? Fine. Did you keep a diary when you were an admiral? What year was the last diary entry?
Here in 47.
In 47, this is the last entry in the diary.
Well, somehow it's 45, 47. Somehow it's 45, 47.
But you've been through much longer. Have you not written in your diary more than once?
Goes no.
Understood. Have you been to Antarctica?
Yes.
How many times?
3.
3 times. What is Antarctica? When you moved there for the first time, you imagined it in one form, and then you saw it perhaps in another form. What is Antarctica?
Mainland.
Mainland. Continent on a spherical Earth. Well, it's clear that is. It's not a wall that goes around and down. Our lands, right? That is, this is the mainland.
Yes, this is the mainland. The wall simply exists at the entrance to part of Antarctica. But the very concept of Antarctica is not a wall. A wall is a barrier between.
That is, there is a wall, and behind the wall is Antarctica, right?
Yes.
Now it's a clear picture. Now it's clear. Tell me when you first found out about it. Were you amazed by it, or what were your feelings?
Вы были поражены этим или какие ваши были ощущения?
How did you understand for the first time that Antarctica is not really what it is?
Такая на самом деле, как она есть.
Будто бы он испытывал таких
Such
вот
feelings that he was
чувств, что он был
amazed.
поражен. То есть
That
он
is, he
видел
saw normal phenomena.
нормальные явления.
Мгм.
That is, I perceived it normally, right?
Yes.
Is it true that navigation devices there do not work correctly, or is it some kind of fiction?
Да,
Yes, it's
вибрации
true.
энергии
The
другие
energies there are different, the energy scale.
палят энергии.
Мгм. Мгм.
What kind of energy is this? Any insight? Is this a different level of vibration, or what is it? Other vibrations? Yes. Radio communication doesn't work well either, right?
Да, там
Yes,
происходят
equipment failures occur there, and failures occur due to these energy surges and vibrations.
энергии, вибраций,
Мгм.
и вот этих вот
Which are different from earthly ones, let's say.
от земных, скажем так.
Мгм. Почему
Why are they
они
different?
отличаются? С
For what
какой
purpose
целью
was this done,
сделано
or by
и кем
whom
это
was it
сделано?
done? Why are they different from energy?
Because there is influence from other civilizations, let's put it this way.
Цивилизации, скажем так,
Мгм.
That
которые
exists there.
там существуют.
So what's there?
Что там?
Okay,
Хорошо, ладно, мы щас
okay,
дойдем до
we'll get to that
вопроса.
question now. So good.
Хорошо.
What are
Что
you?
вы
We looked in
искали?
Antarctica. Otherwise, we were there 3 times. The
Цель
purpose of
экспедиции.
the expedition?
Но они
Well, they
исследовали,
explored and tried
исследовали и пытались
to
найти
find
там
some other
другие
settlements or
какие-то
civilizations there. They tried to somehow connect with other
цивилизации,
civilizations.
как-то сконнектиться
Мгм.
с иными цивилизациями.
Мгм.
Does
А
this have
это
anything to do
связано
with the
с
Third Reich or
Третьим
not?
рейхом или нет?
Ну,
Well,
какая-то
yes,
связь, да.
somehow yes, there is a connection.
There is a connection.
Да,
Yes, weighty.
да, весомая.
Мгм. Вам
Did you
удалось
manage to find what you were looking for?
то, что вы искали?
German bases, for example.
Ну, я
Well,
вижу,
I
когда,
see when,
да,
yes, they
они
found
что-то
something,
нашли,
some
какие-то
bases.
базы. Я
I
вижу,
see that, yes,
Мгм.
потому
because
что
I
я
see it
вижу,
as.
как вот
This
этот
Reich, it was like a
Reich
significant
был
part of these
весомая
expeditions,
часть
and here is
этих
the idea of finding
экспедиций,
all this, and I see it as if they discovered it
я
all.
вижу, как будто бы они это все обнаружили.
Мгм.
You
Вы общались
communicated with representatives of the
с
Third Reich,
представителями
was in
Третьего Рейха?
contact.
Был контакт у вас?
Э,
There seemed to
контакт
be no
как будто бы
contact, but
произошел,
they found the
но они
location.
обнаружили вот эти вот местонахождения, но не
But we were
удалось
unable to make
найти
direct
контакт,
contact.
напрямой контакт.
Не
Failed.
удалось. Мгм.
So, in one of the expeditions,
А
in
вот
my
в одной из
opinion,
экспедиций
in the year
в
46,
46
the
году
expedition was
экспедиция была
an
целая
entire
флотилия
military flotilla.
военная.
You commanded it.
Вы ей командовали.
What
Что
happened?
произошло?
That you
Что
lost
потеряли?
several ships,
Несколько кораблей,
several hundred?
несколько сотен
Personnel.
состава.
What
Что произошло?
happened?
Ну, у
I
меня
get a
идет картинка,
picture
как
as if
будто
some
бы
civilizations didn't want.
цивилизации не хотели, чтобы
This is their introduction somehow. Some civilization did not want them to continue this study.
Какая-то цивилизация не хотела, чтобы они продолжили вот это вот изучение, и просто их истребили. Ну, грубо
Well,
говоря,
roughly speaking, that's it.
не
They
дав
didn't let me go further.
пройти дальше.
Мгм.
Were
Вы
you,
были
as an admiral, amazed by this event?
этому событию?
How
Какие
did you
ваши
feel?
ощущения были?
Did it
Было
happen
такое
unexpectedly for
неожиданно,
you?
да, для вас?
Ну, знаете, у
Well,
меня
you
такое
know, I have a
спокойствие
kind of
какое-то. То
calmness.
есть это
That
не было
is,
для
it
меня
was not a surprise
сюрпризом,
for
но
him. It
какая-то
was like one of the
ну,
options for the development of events.
So he
Он
expected,
ожидал,
yes,
да?
one of the
Один из
options?
вариантов.
Yes.
I
чувство
feel
такое,
this,
знаешь,
you know, some kind of calm,
какое-то вот спокойствие,
as if he
Спокойствие.
had
Мгм.
provided for this
чтобы
option.
этот вариант он предусматривал.
Мгм.
This
Это,
is your fight. Was it a fight with
этот
whom?
бой ваш, это был бой с кем? С
With the
немцами
Germans
или с
or with
представителями
representatives of another civilization?
Цивилизация.
I
Я
see as
думаю,
if
это
some kind of
какой-то
extermination,
следом
or
идет
what to
какая-то
call it. His expedition is coming from the sky.
это назвать его экспедиция.
Мгм.
То есть это какая-то
Some
международная
extraterrestrial
цивилизация,
civilization did not want this implementation.
Проникновение.
Penetration into your territory, right?
Because it's interference.
вмешательство.
А
The
сам
fight
бой
itself
был
was with
с кем?
someone with
С
some kind of
какой-то
energy.
энергией или
Or according to
аппаратом
stories,
там
there were some flying
были
ones,
какие-то летающие аппараты,
devices in the form of
тарелок,
plates.
и они там
Ну, возможно,
Perhaps
это
they were
были тарелки, но
saucers,
я
but I
вижу,
see that some energy from
вот
space did not give
не
them.
дало им
Continue
продолжить вот
this
эту вот
work.
работу.
мгм, мгм,
That is,
мгм.
after all,
То есть
it was
все-таки
some
было
kind of energetic
энергетическое, да,
impact.
воздействие.
Как
Some kind of
внеземная
extraterrestrial civilization.
цивилизация,
I don't see
тарелок
any
конкретно
plates
я не вижу.
specifically, but
Мгм. Так,
After
после
these
этих
3
3
expeditions,
экспедиций был
was there
прямой
direct
контакт
contact with representatives of this
представителей
civilization
этих
or
цивилизаций
not?
или нет?
Да, вроде бы
yes,
был,
as if
да.
there was, yes.
Please tell us
Расскажите,
about
пожалуйста,
this,
об
V
этом контакте.
contact. Because there is
Есть
information
информация,
described from
перечисленная
sources, how you
источников,
communicated, how you
как
were
вы
met.
общались, как вас встретили.
Ну,
I have
нет,
information
эта
as if he
информация по
himself
поводу
wanted this contact,
он
and
сам
on the other
хотел этот
hand, there was
контакт,
also a
и
desire, and so they came out.
с другой стороны также было желание, и вот они вышли на
To get
связь.
in touch.
Happened. Can you tell us more about
Можно
this meeting?
поподробнее об этой встрече? С
Who
кем
was the
была
meeting
встреча?
with? What
Какое было
warning was voiced to
сообщение
humanity, and so on?
человечеству там и так далее?
С кем
Who was
была
the meeting
встреча?
with?
Это
It was some
какой-то,
kind of,
ну,
in Russian
руководитель
speaking,
для
a leader, a
представителей
commander,
руководства
some kind of
какого-то
representative of space civilizations.
представителей космических цивилизаций.
Мгм.
And the
И
warning was that there
предложение
should be no
состояло в том,
encroachment
чтобы
on
не
Antarctica.
было каких-то посягательств на вот Антарктиду. Не
They
хотели
didn't
они,
want them to
чтобы
study.
изучали
This
данный
object,
объект.
let's say,
Так,
did not want to be implemented.
внедрения не хотели.
Мгм.
То есть
Что
What was the
вам
admiral shown?
показали?
That is, he was
В том
physically
смысле,
there.
физически был
They
в
showed him
Антарктиде, показали
Antarctica,
ему Антарктиду,
or the contact was on our side, or on the side where the
контакт был на
contact
нашей стороне,
occurred,
или
behind the
на
wall,
некоем
or in
другом
front of the
месте,
wall.
за стеной или перед стеной.
In
перед
front of
стеной
the wall.
мне показывают.
In front of the wall. That is, he was not invited
Не
to
приглашали в
Antarctica.
Антарктиду.
They
Ничего.
didn't show anything, to him personally.
The contact took place in front of the wall, but he was shown what would happen if there were any intrusions into Antarctica from the side of earthly civilization.
Yes, that is, they showed what the consequences would be, right?
Yes. Undesirable, let's say.
What form of civilization is this? Is she humanoid? Is she reptilian? Or is she human? Who is this? What is their face like to this civilization? Who is this? Externally, what do they look like?
Space civilization, I feel it more like some kind of energy, yes. If I were to describe what it looks like, well, I don't know. Some kind of humanoid race, tall. The arms and legs are kind of skinny, the bodies are so elongated. That is, it is difficult for me to describe what class they are suitable for.
I'm sorry, what?
It is difficult for me to describe and give them any specific description in terms of class. He said they were humanoid, with some kind of elongated legs, arms, so tall, long. Yes. More like some kind of cosmic energy.
Well, if they already look like humanoids, then this is no longer energy. It's already on the physical plane that they somehow have some kind of body, right?
At first I saw it all as energy, which is some kind of energy. If compared with human energies, then, of course, they are much higher, stronger than pumping. If, then somehow I got them. I can't describe it as a reptilian or some other class, but maybe like a humanoid.
Who are they for our civilization? Who are they to us anyway? These are curators. This is some kind of hostile civilization. What kind of energy comes from them?
Well, it's just a different civilization. They are like neighbors.
Ah, another civilization. Yes. How do they affect us?
They don't influence in any way. They just complain with us, let's say.
Just neighbors. That is, they do not have the task of enslaving us, destroying us, or exalting us, and so on. There is no such task, right? They have an independent, autonomous life from us, right?
They live there on their own, but for some reason, they are trying to infiltrate there, get to them, and they don't like it.
And they come to us, participate in our daily life or not? Or are they also trying not to bother us?
They don't bother us in any way, I would say.
Does that mean we are not interesting to them?
No.
Fine. How then did the Germans build their bases there? Question.
This is a completely different topic. That is, this civilization is related to the Germans. They don't seem to relate to each other. They're somehow not interconnected.
Not interconnected. Fine. Then where were the German bases? If the Admiral explored and found some bases, where were these bases physically located then?
This is a big continent. Everything is located in different places. The bases are in a different
In the
place.
other place.
This place is empty. There is no civilization there.
At the moment, are these bases somehow inhabited by Germans, or what form are they in now? Living, non-living?
No, it's as if they weren't alive.
Not alive.
But I see both bases. The concept of a base, and, as it were, something is present, but there is no life there. It's as if everything is abandoned, and that's it. Something remains, but somehow there is no life activity there.
Никакой.
Мгм. Понятно.
Fine.
Э,
Some admiral allegedly flew a plane over Antarctica.
Летал в самолете над Антарктидой, якобы. И
I saw some tropical ones, I'm sorry. I flew on a plane and
извиняюсь. Летал на самолете и видел какие-то тропические
territory with mountain ranges.
Было такое?
Whether it was such a thing or not, that he saw such an extraordinary thing that he saw.
Экстраординарное.
Да, это было.
Что он видел?
Ну, это
It's
просто
just
какая-то
some kind of area that has such a climate and
иметь такой вот климат и так, как
I saw that it really was
действительно
like
так
that,
было,
and this
и
place will be.
имеет место быть. Да?
М.
Это
It's
просто
just a
микроклимат
microclimate.
такой вот в
Это-
каком
Мгм.
This
Это территория,
territory,
она перед
is it in front of the wall or behind the wall?
перед-
Before?
за
за-
Behind the wall. That is, they showed him what was behind the
что
wall.
находится за стеной.
So he saw something, right? Yes.
Мгм.
Did he see any unusual animals?
Необычно.
In this territory.
Да?
Yes.
Which ones?
Но я бы не
Well, I
сказала,
wouldn't
что
say
он видел
unusual, but
какие-то
some exotic animals,
экзотические
yes,
животные,
he
да,
saw
он
them.
видел их.
Он
Did he
видел
see from the plane's plot,
борта
or did they
самолета,
land and
и
explore
видел
this
эту
territory?
From an
Самолета.
airplane.
From an airplane. So they didn't sit down, right?
Нет,
No, they didn't sit down.
Mount
Гора
Olvitana.
Олвитана.
What it is?
Ну, это
Well,
гора,
this is a
которая
mountain that is located somewhere at the intersection of two, well, as if everything is on one continent.
двух, ну, как бы все на одном материке. но она
It separates two
разделяет
different
два разных
worlds,
мира,
let's
скажем
say.
так.
Мгм.
Две
Two
разные
different civilizations that border each other are
границы
adjacent.
друг с другом соседствуют.
Neighboring. What is the function of this mountain?
Она
It's
будет
like she's
разделять.
dividing.
Does it just separate?
Ну,
Well, it
разделяет
separates
и
somehow.
как-то не
These two
мешают,
different worlds
не
don't
мешают эти две
interfere.
разные, там, два разных мира. Они
They
как
seem to
бы
be at the
за счет...
expense of. At the expense of what?
За счет чего?
Ну, просто
Well,
вот эта
it's
гора
just that
как
this
бы
mountain seems to separate.
разделяет.
It separates
Разделяет
two
две территории.
territories, yes.
Мгм.
Due to this, civilizations seem to live harmoniously like this. Nothing brings them comfort.
Комфорт.
Мгм.
Как-то
That's
так.
kind of how I see it.
It's
Понятно.
clear. Is the
Земля
earth hollow inside, or is it not hollow?
полая внутри или она не полая?
Is there a
Есть ли-
civilization inside the earth?
Да.
Yes, I have.
Что
What
это
kind
за-
of civilization is this?
Я вижу
I see
какие-то
some dark
темные
energies for
энергии,
some reason.
что-то.
Мгм.
Я не
I
могу
can't
тебе
tell you
сказать,
the name of the civilization,
какие-то
but some are so dark and heavy.
темные и тяжелые.
Dark and heavy.
Was the
Адмирал
admiral there or not?
Нет.
No.
не
It
был.
wasn't, right?
Мгм.
Мгм. Не
Was
было.
not.
It's
Понятно.
clear. Fine. What
Что
kind of
какое-
wish,
какое-то,
Admiral, would you give to
пожелание,
humanity?
адмирал, дадите человечеству?
An
Вот,
appeal,
может,
perhaps a wish?
пожелание.
Ну, как бы, ну,
Well,
хотя бы
somehow he
чтобы
would like a
человек
person to remain a
остался
researcher at
один
heart,
в душе,
Мгм.
even if he
и
doesn't
не
fly to
выбираться
others,
в на
to
другие
other
материки,
continents,
другие миры,
to other
или,
worlds,
возможно, не
or
верить в
perhaps they
какие-то
do not
другие
believe in some
цивилизации.
other
Чтобы
civilizations for a
человек
person to be an explorer in his
в
life.
своей жизни.
Мгм.
Admiral, how many civilizations are behind this ice wall that separates us from our neighbors?
От соседей.
12.
12 worlds?
Я
I
вижу
can
как
see
5.
when the number is 12.
Мгм.
Perhaps this is not the limit.
Мгм.
It's clear.
Не
Don't want to
хотите
join
сейчас,
us now.
с нами
Move there behind the
стену
wall and
попытаться
try to
пройти?
see who can accompany us. It will be interesting.
Это сделать.
Может сделать? Сопроводить нас? Ему интересно будет?
Да,
Yes.
Мгм.
Fine.
Хорошо.
Guardian angels with us.
да.
Yes, let's try to move then.
Переместиться.
To the continent of Antarctica,
Названием
called
Антарктика.
Antarctica. 1, 2, 3. We are moving to the mainland.